Justice fans themselves, I think that's very deserving. I'm not giving up on this team. Is that ridiculous? No. What did Riley Rod think of the game? You guys can talk to Riley Rod. Riley Rod, get over here right now. Riley Rod, you're gonna get in the chair. I'll be back in like 20 seconds, chat. Dude, am I dying? Bro, what is going on? Bro, what the? Yo! No way! No way! Go, baby! Let's go!
Riley Rod, why are you such a toolbag? I'm not a toolbag.
Let's go! Hey! Get high! No way! No way! No way! No way! No way! Grand slam! Let's go! What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Live. As usual, I'm Patrick Hennessy. To my right, your left, if you're like dysfunctional, I don't know. Is Sean Petrucci. Sean, how are we doing on this fine Thursday evening?
I'm doing well, man. It's been a while.
It's been a long while.
It's been a while.
We're on live,
Dude, I don't know.
bro. It's actually
I don't
fun.
know.
We brought Brian on last week, right? And I was like, you know what this kind of feels like? It feels like, I think I compared it to like a relationship, right? And then you broke up with the person, but like now I'm like, damn, I kind of miss you, so I want to bring you back and I'm bored.
Yeah, all right. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh, that's what life is like. But yo, appreciate you all for stopping by. You guys are all legends in the chat. We're still in lockout season. Doesn't look like anything's changing too soon, but hopefully somewhat soon. I don't know.
Aren't they meeting soon?
Yeah, I think the Players Association has like a counter offer or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we know how that's gonna go. So.
But before we get into anything, tonight's main topic, I guess, before we go off on whatever tangents we plan on going off on, is going to be mainly about Luke Voit, and whether or not he kind of has a future with the New York Yankees. This is something that I've kind of been like a firm supporter of, him being like the Yankees first baseman all of the 2021 season. We'll discuss that, Chad. I want to hear your input on it. Before we get into any of that, though, let's take a 10-roll call. You guys know the deal. We got Yankees tradition. We got Yoelvis Hall of Highlights. We got Victor Allen. We got Benji, Jose, Jared from Subway. KG Baseball, Dan A. Get it? Not Danny, but Dan A. You got it. Listen, we got circuitry. Appreciate you all for stopping by. If I miss anyone, you guys know the deal. Please send a very strongly worded email to unhingedservice@gmail.com, and you might get a high five in return. I don't know. But yo, Sean, Luke Voit. So kind of like summarizing kind of the current state of Luke Voit's Yankee career. 2020 basically carried the team on his back, right? On one foot. He was probably the Yankees' best offensive performer along with DJ LeMahieu by far. And then 2021, the injuries kind of killed him like it was nobody's business. The Yankees traded for Anthony Rizzo at the trade deadline. After that, we barely saw any of Luke Voit. He probably only played maybe half of the games in September. And going into the postseason, even if they advanced the wild card, I don't think he was going to see much playing time at all. But I think kind of looking at 2022, the Yankees have a wide open hole at first base, especially if they don't acquire anybody, if they don't get Matt Olson or re-sign Anthony Rizzo. But one first baseman that's still on the roster is Luke Voit. And I'm kind of looking at him right now, and it's weird because deep down in my heart, do I want him to be the Yankees first baseman? Yes. Do I think that he's going to be their starting first baseman on opening day? Something's telling me no. I'm comparing it very much so to like Sonny Gray after I think that was the 2018 season when it was almost like all but considered that he was gone, right? Like we knew that he was going to be good elsewhere, but it seemed like his time in the Yankees organization was done. I'm kind of feeling that way about Luke Voit right now. I feel like his time in the organization is just up.
Yeah, I think it was up as soon as they traded for Rizzo. I think that was it for him. Like that was like basically their way of saying, okay, we're going to go in this direction now. We're going to try to go for like a lefty, like a power hit, like sweet swinging lefty kind of thing. Like I think he's done. At this point, he's like an emergency backup. He's like, if we can't get Freddie Freeman, if we can't get a good deal for Olsen and Rizzo wants too much, then we'll try out Voit again. I think
Don't
he's
you think that's sad though?
like kind of at the same time, like sure 2020 was great, but that was a full year ago, full year and a half ago. Like we can't just like if he can't stay healthy, like he had his chances. Like 2021 it was his job.
Yeah, I mean, but also at the
Like
same time, it's one of those things where hypothetical scenario, right? Let's say Luke Voit gets traded to a team. I don't know. Let's say he gets traded to the Brewers.
that's actually a good
Don't
fit.
don't you believe that he would flourish there? Because I'm almost positive no matter where he goes, he's going to be an absolute stud.
If he stays healthy, yes.
I think he
100%.
will. Like, because I mean, granted, he had what, the hernia thing in 2019.
Yeah.
But besides that, I mean,
His foot stuff or whatever that was.
yeah, I
What did he
mean,
have
I
last year?
guess,
Was it last year?
yeah, I think he had a couple of different injuries.
Yeah, I don't really remember, but it's just like I feel like he's just an afterthought now. I feel like they want that lefty, like the left-handed, like balance in the lineup,
Bro, it kind of
and that's the
bothers
one
me.
spot where they can. It does. I
No,
kind
it
of
kind
like
of
it.
bothers me only because I really
There's
like
better
Luke
options
Voit.
though. There's better
Yeah, but
options though.
dude, I really like. I don't know if it's just like a personality thing. I just love like
It's a
that, like
it's a
killer
personality
instinct,
thing.
bro.
It's a
Yeah,
personality
it
thing.
has to be a personality thing because like we talk about this all the time, right? And obviously we don't know what goes on in these players' heads. We don't know what goes on in the clubhouse. But there's very few guys on the Yankees where we look at them and we're like, damn, that dude just has that killer instinct and all he wants to do is win. Luke Voit is one of those few guys. Like if I'm thinking off the top of my head, like who are the absolute killers on our team? I'm thinking like Luke Voit, Gerrit Cole, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton,
Stanton, yeah.
um,
That can't be it. That can't be it.
killers, like absolute killers.
Yeah, all right, maybe that
Like I
is it
want to
then.
end you. Who like I don't I'm trying to think like
I'm
guys in
trying
the
to think of like a
bullpen.
bullpen. Yeah, so
Yeah.
was I. But like even
I would say
Chapman doesn't really have.
Chapman,
He
but
doesn't really
like
have. Not. He's not very vocal. He's not like a team leader. Like those
chat,
guys.
if you guys could think of any other killers on the Yankees, and I'm not talking literally, bro. I'm talking like psychological, like I want to end my opponent in any way
Psychopaths.
possible. Yeah,
Psychopaths.
like literal like Tommy Canley was an absolute
Oh
killer.
yeah. Oh yeah. That guy
That's a
was a
killer,
freaking.
bro.
That guy was a character. That guy
But
was
I
a character.
mean, like that's why I'm kind of looking at it. I'm like, yo, you kind of lose Luke Voigt's presence in the clubhouse. Like
But
that
like,
sucks.
I think if it came down to if it was between him and Rizzo, they're probably gonna go with Voit because they're
I
not gonna want to pay Rizzo.
really,
But yeah, I think so.
I was gonna say Rizzo. I think they
No, I
really, really like Rizzo.
yeah, but I all right. Well, obviously we don't know the money he's asking for, but what he wanted from the Cubs, I would not want to give to him. It was like 4 for like 70, something around that. Like I wouldn't want to give that to him. I'd rather have Luke Voit out there, and then
I
maybe go after
think
an old at like the trade deadline.
I think what the problem is that the feeling between Rizzo and the Yankees is pretty mutual. Like I think that he really wants to be a Yankee, and I think they really liked him while he was a Yankee. I think also because of what you
He
mentioned
also was
before,
hurt
like
too, I think,
the
which
whole
is
lefty aspect to it. Like the fact that he's a really good
that's the
defensive
direction
first
they're gonna
baseman
go
and he's
in.
a lefty.
Yeah. I mean, if Rizzo came back for a good price tag, I'd be okay with it. But at the same time, it's like you have 2 better lefty first basemen that are out there that you can go get if you really wanted to.
Yeah, but also what
So
about that would kind of hurt me the most is like if you sign Rizzo, you're probably going to be trading away Voit for pennies, and that's what's going to bother me the most because like we're going to give away Voit for
yeah,
essentially nothing. Even though I don't know if this is what would happen, I would much rather like put Voit in a deal to get like an actual like piece,
you
maybe
could
like an
package him with like a
Olsen.
prospect or two.
Yeah, bro, I would
He can't
literally
be the centerpiece. He cannot be the centerpiece.
no, but I would attach him in a trade with like Schmidt and like Pereira
Pereira
to
for like.
Oakland, like for
I
Olsen,
wonder
bro.
what Oakland would want.
Glaber
I really
Torres.
wonder.
Would you do Glaber for Olsen straight up?
Oh my
Yeah, say that.
gosh, yeah. If you
They
say
would
no,
never do that.
if you say no, you're a clown.
I would do Glaber and then some. Like I would do like Glaber, Schmidt, and someone else. Literally for Olsen.
They still
Straight
wouldn't
up,
take
bro.
that. They
No, they
still probably
wouldn't. They'd
wouldn't
want
take it.
Dominguez or like Volpe, or they'd want something huge.
That's the issue. That's what's going to lead them back to Rizzo versus Voit because they're not going to want to give up their top prospects. Which honestly, I don't care if they give. Like, I really don't care who they trade at this point.
I see
Like,
a
go
couple
get like.
people. I see a couple people in the chat mentioning Freddie Freeman. I honestly like didn't even think of him just because
I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna leave.
I don't think
The
so either.
Braves.
I don't think so either. And
But
also
that's what I
like
was saying is another good option. Like with Olsen, like they're 2
no,
better options than Rizzo and Voit.
an awesome option, but like also I don't see the Yankees like giving him the contract that he's gonna be looking for.
No, probably not. And like but the thing is he just won his World Series in Atlanta, so maybe he's like, let me go get paid and try to win somewhere else. Like he doesn't owe them anything.
No, he doesn't. But I
So
think
that's
he
another
like
thing, but they might overpay him though.
he's the guy there. Like you know what I mean?
He
Like
is he's like our judge, basically. That's
um
like fan base wise.
Jose says Bronxy was a straight up murderer.
No, that turtle was bad luck apparently because we didn't do
Okay,
anything with them.
you know what's actually kind of sad? I had that little turtle. I had like a little turtle. It was I
Kill
don't
him?
know what material it was. I did something with him. I don't know where he went. He might be just gone forever. He used to sit here during all the streams. He was here during the wild card watch party. That's fine. Whatever. Yo, speaking of the wild card game, I don't know if you saw this. Did you see what Koji Uehara? You remember Koji Uehara,
Yeah, I
right?
remember
Former
that.
Reds.
No, I didn't see what
Did
he
you
said,
see what he said about
though.
Gerrit
No.
Cole?
No,
Bro,
what'd he
so
say?
first of all, I'm pretty sure he has like a show or something. I don't know. He had Seiya Suzuki on, I believe. And he was talking so hot about Gerrit Cole. Let me pull up the
Really?
exact quote.
Really?
He said that
Interesting.
he wasn't impressed by Gerrit Cole. This is a tweet from someone. It says, looks like the Red Sox beat down of Cole in the AL wildcard game left an impression, bro. The fact that someone could sit
One
here and
game.
act like Gerrit Cole is not impressive because
One
of the
game.
wild card game
One
where he
game and he
was
was hurt.
injured.
He was hurt.
Koji Uehara, shut up, you
He probably
bum.
didn't know. He probably didn't know he was hurt. He probably has no
Bro,
idea.
He probably doesn't know who Gerrit Cole is if he's
He
saying
probably
he's
just
not
checked the
impressed.
box score and he's like, "Oh, this will piss people off. Let me just say
Bro,
this."
Koji
And it's
Uehara,
working.
I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you to a boxing match. Make it happen, bro. He'd probably smoke me. Like
He probably would smoke
for
you, dude.
being
No,
Red
he would. I think anyone would probably smoke you.
No, that's cap. That's just not even
Any
true,
Major
bro.
League Baseball player would smoke you in a boxing match.
I think I could take maybe 25% of them.
Are you serious?
100%.
Who?
Bro, give me like who's that guy on the A's? Tony Kemp, bro. Give me Tony Kemp in a ring. I am knocking him out first round.
No.
Do you think you could take anyone?
No. I'm not a professional
Sean,
athlete.
You're built like an absolute unit. What do you mean?
No, I'm not. Who am I
Are
going
you
to take?
not over 6 foot?
I'm like right at 6 foot.
Okay, dude. So you probably like tower over Tony Kemp.
Yeah, but he's got the quickness, you know? Like
So you're telling
yeah,
me
but you
getting in a
you
ring
got to
with Tony Kemp.
understand that like these professional athletes, like a lot of them do stuff like that. Like they box, they do like stuff like for their reaction time and their quickness. Like you don't want to step into the ring with the wrong guy.
Yeah, but dude, there's weight classes for a reason though. Like you have so
Okay,
much
like
more.
are
Like,
you
raw
getting
strength.
time to prep yourself, like to get big and like prep yourself, or are we just throwing you right in there?
Bro,
rough
we're
and
like
rowdy?
12 minutes in. Like, what are we doing?
You brought it up.
Bottom line. I might be able to take Tony Kemp. Also, can we address the fact how much that dude killed us last year?
Yankee killer.
Like what?
Complete Yankee
Out of
killer.
nowhere, Tony Kemp's just an absolute dog. God, bro, what is going on? Did you see the tweet came out? I think Jeff Passan tweeted out that and we touched on this a little bit earlier. The players union is coming back with their counter offer.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm kind of taking it as positive news. Like it's not as like news that I'm being like, yeah, like the lockout's coming to an end soon. I think it's a step in the right direction as far as like getting out of the lockout, right?
Like yes and no, because yes, like obviously it's better than hearing that they refuse to talk to each other, but at the same time it's like a formality. Like obviously they're gonna counter. Like obviously they're gonna meet. Like I have no confidence in them coming close to agreeing. No confidence.
Is it bad for me to say? I mean, bro, this is probably the most like, yeah, duh, Pat statement I've ever said. But I think that this counter offer is gonna like tell the whole story as far as like how the rest of the negotiations are gonna go. If they're still like so far apart after this counter offer, I think we're screwed. Like actually screwed.
No,
But if they're like
there needs to be some kind of like, okay, we can agree there, but let's change this.
Yeah.
It can't be like okay, this all sucks.
Yeah, like a little bit of like, let's say I hit you up. I'm like, yo, Sean, like, I want to take you out to dinner, but like, we have to go to McDonald's. And you're like, no, I want to go to Burger King. Then it's like, okay, well, we can meet in the middle at Wendy's. Like that would be something good. But then if it's like, yo, I want to go to a 5-star restaurant, you want to go to McDonald's, it's harder to meet in the middle there.
You know what? I didn't know where you were going with that, but that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, no.
That was actually like pretty good. That was
it's
not
mental
bad at
calculation.
All. That was not bad at all.
But I don't know. I think I'm just so frustrated with this whole thing. We were kind of talking about this earlier before we hit that go live button. And I consider myself like a diehard fan of the New York Yankees, right? I
course.
think both of us do, right? I mean,
100%.
if you talk about the team and you follow the team for every game of the season, you can call yourself a diehard fan, sure. But I'm starting to like lose interest in the sport. So that's why I'm kind of looking at like casual fans out there, and I can only imagine how they're feeling right now. Bro, they probably forgot
They
like
probably don't care
baseball
that
even
MLB
existed as a
exists.
sport. No, they genuinely probably forgot, especially because the football playoffs are going on. Like, bro, there's basketball going on, there's hockey going on, every other sport's going on right now. And in a time in the
Exactly.
offseason where MLB doesn't really have much publicity as it is, now there's really nothing to even follow as far as the sport goes. So I think that MLB is in such dangerous territory right now as far as losing the entirety of their casual fan base. Hopefully they come back after the lockout kind of like settles. But as of right now, like, bro, the sport is in serious, serious trouble.
No, it is, and what it makes it even worse is that you have a I know NFL is king, and it always will be, like, no matter what MLB does, but you see what they did with, like, Nickelodeon, and they
Yeah.
have, like dude, you know how many viewers they
SpongeBob
had
on the
there?
field goal thing.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? How many viewers they had? Like, that's the kind of things you have to do to grow your sport, and even when MLB is back and not arguing like little children over their whatever, they'll
Yeah.
never come close to anything like that. Even with their game in full swing, it's still, like, kinda boring
Yeah. And
compared to other sports.
bro, it's a
There's
serious, serious problem. Like, I was flipping
there's
through
nothing they
channels.
can do really.
I was
Like
flipping through channels the other day, right? MLB Network. Okay. First of all, Hot Stove, Matt Vasgersian, Harold
yeah.
Reynolds, they used to do it every weekday morning in the offseason. Apparently, they only do it like Mondays and Wednesdays now, which is kind of like the Pat schedule. Like, bro, I'm going live 2 days a week. Like, why am I
There's
going
nothing to
live the
talk
same?
about.
Bro,
You
I'm
have
going
to. It's
live the
just a
same
waste
amount
of
as
time.
MLB Network. But also, they're showing like the 1971 World Series. Like, what kid who's like really looking to get into the game of baseball, like, oh, maybe I'll check out what this baseball sport's all about. They flip on MLB Network and they
Yeah,
see the
that's bad.
1971 World
Yeah.
Series. Like, bro, I
Really?
wonder in my head, like, how many people concurrently were watching that? Genuinely.
Like
12?
actually sitting there, like,
No, like with their
engaged.
chips and dip, bro.
Yeah, like,
They're like, oh, Bill
engaged.
Mazeroski's at it again.
Oh my god, dude,
Bro,
that's
there's no
terrible.
shot.
No, 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 no. I wouldn't even watch that, and I love baseball.
No, that's
There's no way a
actually
casual
torture.
kid is watching it. No, it is.
I hate to say this. I hate old games. Like, I think the oldest baseball game that I'll watch, probably like 90. Anything before 1990, where like they don't even show the scoreboard on the screen, I'm not
That's
watching
unfair to
it.
say, though, because we didn't grow up even close to that.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not watching it, bro. Bro, the older people in the chat right now are gonna be so offended. They're
They're gonna be
hitting me on
so
some
mad
chat
at that.
bubble.
They're gonna be so mad at what you
I
just
don't
said. But you're
care.
right. No, you're right though, because they don't have to worry about their older viewers. Like, old baseball fans will always love baseball,
That's
unless
true.
Manfred keeps ruining like whatever they're doing. But like, if you're gonna show like a replay of a game, show like 2019 World Series, show the 2021 World Series, like show like an exciting game, like a
Yeah.
clip of like the Soler home run, like show that.
Yeah.
Show like
Don't
exciting
show.
things like that, not baseball 50 years ago.
Yeah, and also
Like,
don't show the first episode of Ken Burns' baseball documentary. Just throwing that out there. They like to play that
I don't even know who
24/7.
that is.
You know who the Ken Burns baseball documentary?
No,
You don't
no,
know
I
who
don't.
Ken Burns is, Sean.
Ken Burns. Like,
He
if you
was
showed
on
me
the
his face, like,
Titanic.
maybe. Okay, then no.
No, I'm joking. He was. He's older though. I'm pretty sure he's. I don't
Not
think he's
old
that
enough to be in
old.
the Titanic if he's
No.
still
Titanic
around.
was what,
It also would
100
be
years ago?
dead.
100
Yeah,
years ago, right? You think?
around like 19,
Okay,
19 maybe.
dude, was Titanic a true story? Like, no, I okay. No, like I no. I'm talking about all like the other stuff that's roped into it, like Jack and Rose. That's not real, right? That's kind
I
of
have
like
no idea. Probably not. No. I mean,
sad
it could be loosely based on. I don't know. I don't know.
because I
I
always
thought
thought
you really meant with
no,
the Titanic. Bro. I was like, well, it is.
no, because here's my thing, right? At the end of the movie, they show the old woman. Is like, was that actually her?
I have no idea, dude. I've
Someone in the
never even
chat,
seen that
please let me
movie all
know,
the way
bro.
through. Never seen it all the way through.
Really?
Yeah. They're
Bro,
probably gonna kill
watch
me for
it.
that too. We were just pissing everyone off.
No, we're done. We're canceled, bro. I go live twice a week. I'm done already. But yo, I have something like really important to say. This is not baseball related, so listen. I just want everyone to tune in. If you notice, Sean, usually when we do this, right, I have one
Yeah.
AirPod in, right? It's usually on this
Sure.
side because I'm like, yo, on this side, camera doesn't really see it. You know why it's not in this side today?
Why did you lose it? You lost it?
No, I wish I lost it. That would be better.
Did you break
Tuesday
it?
morning, bro. No, actually, late Monday night before I was going to sleep, Tuesday morning, whatever. I had an earache, bro. Like it hurt so bad, like to the point where like I started getting
Really?
a headache, and then like my throat was hurting. It's like ear, nose, throat kind of thing. Like they're all connected. You know what I mean? So I'm convinced
Yeah.
I got an ear infection from my AirPods,
Well, you wear them every day for hours, so yeah, you might have.
bro. And also, like, how are you supposed to clean them?
Yeah, I use like little tiny like little tweezers things, like clean 'em, or like a little wipe, like a
Oh,
disinfectant wipe.
I thought you were saying like you put the tweezers in your ears.
What are you on tonight?
No, I know because no, but people
No,
do that.
Oh, fuck that.
Bro,
No,
so
we're not
one
doing
okay, so I used to work at a pharmacy, right? And this guy who worked
that.
there, we sold like these candles that you put into your ear and you light them, and then it apparently like it
Oh, I
collects
think
the
I've heard of that.
wax,
Yeah.
and then you cut open the
Yeah, I've heard of
candle
that.
and you see all the wax. But you light a burning candle into your ear. Bro, this dude did it, and like he had like a paper plate, and then all the wax was like dripping on the plate, bro. Like I would never do this, but
You
then he
watched
cut
him do
open
it?
the thing. I watched him do it, bro. It was like watching like what's that dude? Chris Angel, like doing like weird stuff, bro. And he cut open the candle, and you see all this earwax.
You know,
It's real.
they're effective, but ew. Because you know, like the Q-tips are actually bad for you.
No, it's really bad for you, bro.
Like
Futai
really
says
bad for you.
Pat been hanging out with Pete Davidson. Does
Like,
Pete
you'd be lucky
Davidson
to
do
you'd be
that?
lucky to hanging out with Pete Davidson, dude.
Al Bundy. Here we go. As a Yankee fan, you should be ashamed. You have to love the history and the greats. Aroyd is not a great. Sorry.
No,
All
but
right,
that's not even close to what we're talking about, though. We're
it's
not talking
not.
about Yankee fans. We're talking about casual baseball fans. No
Yeah, but
one
also
cares about a game 50 years ago if you just started getting into the sport. No one cares.
no, no, but dude, I'm just talking about myself. Like if we're just being, I couldn't care less. And now
No, neither do I.
there's a difference between like having like respect for the greats. Like, dude, I'll always have like respect for the greats. Like,
Yeah,
yo, shout
yeah,
out like
that's a
Lou
good point.
Gehrig, Babe Ruth. But do I care enough about them to watch them play? No. Just like how I don't expect my grandkids to care about Aaron Judge. You know what I mean?
Uh, um, no, because you can't compare the eras. Aaron Judge is like a megastar off the field. Like those guys weren't really megastars off the field.
Yeah, but
Like
I
they
don't think
were, but not in like the age of like social media and like you could be as like you could literally go reply to a tweet that Aaron Judge sends out. Like
no,
that's a
you
whole different kind of like personal attachment to these players.
okay, yes, but you probably also could have just seen like Babe Ruth at the pharmacy.
Okay.
Or like
Like I
working as a
guess.
newspaper guy.
Yeah,
Like, you
I
know what I
guess,
mean?
but that's rare. Like I could go run into Aaron Judge at a pharmacy. That's
No,
rare
you
too.
can't.
I can always go onto Aaron Judge's profile and try to talk to him, but I will not always be able to go to a pharmacy and see Aaron Judge.
Bro, you can try to talk to him, but you're never gonna succeed. Like you could
No, I
tweet at
never
Aaron
will,
Judge all
but the
you want.
possibility that I can, it's different.
Okay, but you could do anything your heart like, bro, you could DM Kim Kardashian right now if you wanted to. Is
I
she
don't know.
gonna
I wouldn't
answer?
want Pete
No.
Davidson after me. I don't know.
Bro, this is like the Pete Davidson episode, I guess. Okay, listen, back to baseball news a little bit, I guess. This is like one of like the little like tidbits of news that we've gotten over the past week. Carlos Correa signed Scott Boras to be his
Very
agent.
interesting.
Bro,
Very interesting.
if I'm being honest with you, we talked about this a little bit in the Unhinged group chat. Bro, great group chat, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't like I don't really know how to take it. Like my thoughts on it is like Carlos Correa is getting upwards of 300 million regardless if his agent was Scott Boras or not. I saw like fans from every single fan base being like, "Oh, this means he's going to sign with the Mariners. Oh, Mets now. Oh, Yankees now."
It doesn't.
Bro,
It doesn't.
I don't think it means anything. All it means is that bro, Boras is going to get the most bang for his buck, right?
Like, how much can an agent switch really drive a price up to make it worth teams being like, "Oh, no, I don't want him anymore."
I
Like, you
don't
know what I'm
think
saying? Like,
much.
how much of like a big like he's gonna get? Like you said, he's gonna get 300 mil anyway. Like, if a
Yeah.
team really wanted him before the lockout, like, it's like I wouldn't be the Yankees right now and be like, "Oh, now he wants Boris. Oh, now he's with Boris. Oh, we're screwed." Like, I would never think like that. Like, I don't think it makes a big difference for anyone besides himself.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
The date is May 1st, 2022.
Okay.
Who's the Yankee shortstop?
Are we assuming that we're playing baseball? Like everything
Yeah.
resolved itself?
Yeah. I'd hope so by May 1st.
Bro, that's a crazy question because like there's so many
You
options.
could go any direction.
This freaking
It's
AirPod won't stay in my ear, by the way. That's why I keep doing that. But anyway,
maybe you have an ear infection.
maybe I do. Dude, there's so many different options. You can go Correa, you can go Story, you can go the bad route and go Simmons.
Bro,
Like
but the thing is,
that's
like,
not gonna happen. There's no way that happens.
dude, I wouldn't be shocked.
It would have already happened though. I feel
I
like
don't think so. I don't think so. I think
that's
they
one of
want to
those.
see
That's one of
Correa's
those. How
market.
they know what his market's gonna be.
I
Come
think,
on,
bro.
it's not rocket science to figure out what the market's gonna be like.
No, but hear me out. Like, I think that their idea is that, like, all the other top shortstops signed, so his market's going to go down after the lockout. I think that it's going to have the opposite effect. I think that his market's going to go up after the lockout because you're going to have all these teams who are kind of like realize, oh, damn, like, I need a shortstop. And then everyone's going to be fighting for Correa. Watch. I think, hear me out, he might go to LA.
Angels or the Dodgers?
No, Dodgers.
No.
I think there's a chance. Bro, the
I don't think
Dodgers are in
so.
on everybody, bro.
No, but that's the thing with baseball. It's like you can't even point out they're like, oh, well, they have to pay this guy. This guy. It's like it doesn't matter. They can pay.
I see a lot of people in the chat saying Urshela at short. I'm
I'd be
sorry. I like
surprised if he's
Gio.
even going to be a Yankee, bro.
Yeah, like, dude. No, I think he will be a Yankee, but I think that he's expendable.
He's
for sure.
he's a good player. Like he's a good guy to have a third if you already have a stacked lineup. He's the kind of guy that like he's not going to get much better. I don't think. If he was, he would have already gotten better because it's like he plateaued already.
I think he hit his peak. I really do.
Like I mean, I hope I'm wrong. If he is a Yankee, I hope he does get better because last season was terrible for him. But it's just like, how much better can he really get,
bro?
Like I don't know.
I think it's past the point where like people are like, "Oh, Urshela's a fluke." He wasn't a fluke, but
No,
I think
not
we've seen the
fluke. He
best.
just got
of him.
better. Yes,
I think
exactly.
we've seen the best of him for sure. But also, like, if we're talking about flukes, I'm saying so many things tonight that's getting so much hate in the chat. I know this is gonna get hate. You know who I'm thinking is like a fluke until proven otherwise?
I think I have a name, but like I don't want to be wrong.
Nestor.
Gallo? Oh, okay.
No. So here's the thing, right?
Actually, I hope he's a fluke, actually, because then he'd be better.
Nestor?
No, Gallo.
Oh,
I was just following my train of thought. But Nestor, you know what? Like maybe.
Yeah, dude, and I'm not like going on the record of like saying that he's a fluke, but I'm viewing him as a fluke until he proves me otherwise. Because in what world do we view Nestor Cortez Jr. as a number 2? Like, you know,
no,
what I mean?
No, not a number 2.
He was the Yankees' number 2.
But that's because he had to be. I think he showed enough to prove that he could be the back end of a rotation guy in any rotation for the most part for the rest of his career and be serviceable, or at the very, very least, a lengthy bullpen guy. But I don't know if he's going to be able to be a top end guy consistently yet.
Sure. And like also, dude, like it's not even like me like pissing on Nestor here. I think it's just the fact that like, bro, we have to be like realistic. I think a lot of fans look at Nestor and they just see like a fun-loving guy, dude, and they kind of just like overrate him a little bit. I think the same way like they viewed like a Ronald Torreyes, right? Like he was just a fun guy who like the fan base loved, so they just overrate the hell out of him. And until Nestor proves me wrong in 2022, which I really hope he does, I'm viewing his 2021 season as an absolute fluke.
It's tough because before 2021, the dude was awful.
I know, but that's what
remember
I'm saying,
how bad
bro.
he was? Like he was actually terrible.
Awful. And that's what he was supposed to be for us last year.
Yes, exactly. But he also threw like I'm guessing here like 120 innings. Is that like or maybe around that? And he was like good for all those innings. It's not like he was good for a month and then was back to being terrible. Like he was consistently good. So that's why I'm saying
what do we credit that to?
The pitching staff, dude. The pitching staff was unbelievable. Like whoever they worked with was good.
Matt Blake.
Yeah, like whatever they got going on with the pitching staff and everything better stay the exact same because they got guys like Nestor from the cellar and made him a number 2 for a year.
Bro, that's so weird to think about. Like, especially, bro, like the fact that there were so many people being like, yo, Nestor should start the wild card game. We talked about this so often like last season. Imagine if I would have told you like last offseason that there was going to be people advocating for Nestor Cortez to start the wild card game. Like it's just so weird to think about. And I think it just goes to show like you never really know how like the baseball season is going to play out, bro. You just
Bro,
don't.
that's like saying that's me saying I'm telling you right now that Nick Nelson's going to start the wild card game for us next year.
Bro, that's a weird.
If he
Isn't
was
he on
still
the
a
Phillies
Yankee.
now?
Yeah, if he was still a Yankee, but I'm saying like that's how bad Nestor was. Like
That's
that's how
like
crazy
fine.
that sounds. Yeah.
Whatever. Wasn't he on the Mariners in 2020? I
Nestor, yeah,
think.
he was terrible.
Yeah. Or maybe he was on the Orioles at some point
No,
too.
it was definitely the Mariners. Definitely the Mariners.
I'm pretty sure he was on the Orioles at some point. Could be wrong. Chat, someone confirm that for me. Futai says, y'all should talk about Severino.
Ooh, that's actually a very interesting topic.
There's one thing about Severino that's kind of interesting, and I think it's the fact that, like, if he has, like, bro, he's on such thin ice right now as far as, like, his
What do you
starting
mean?
pitching career. If he has one more road bump, I think that he is a reliever permanently.
I
That's the
agree.
way I'm viewing it. I think that if he has
I
one
would
more
agree.
small injury, one more small setback, like at all in 2022, he is a permanent
Mm,
reliever. I really
no,
do.
I wouldn't say small. Like if
I
it's
do.
another one of those things where he's like, oh, he's out with
Especially
a
if it's an
shoulder.
arm thing.
Yeah, if it's like, oh, he's out with a shoulder injury for a month, and then he tries to come back, and another like a setback again, like that would be like the. But if he like, I don't know, strains like his hamstring or something, like I don't think it's gonna make him a reliever.
No, but I also think that, like, seeing Sevy as a reliever in 2021, like,
Dude,
dude, that
he
was
was
nice.
exciting. Yeah, it was nice, but at the same time, it's like I want that guy to throw 7 innings.
But can he still?
Yeah,
You think that going into the 2022 season, you could bank on Luis Severino being our number 2?
that's a different question. That's a
Exactly.
different
So, like,
question.
going
I
into
don't.
this season, it's
No,
like,
you. No, no,
who's our
no.
number 2? You
You.
have
They
so
gotta.
many question marks, bro.
They can't. He can't be the number two, but I could totally see him becoming the number two halfway through the year,
Okay,
and
that's
not be
fair. No, I
surprised
like
at
that.
all.
I like that.
Yeah,
But, like, dude, that's why
you
I'm
can't
looking
go
at,
into
like,
it expecting that.
no, yeah, that's why I'm looking at the rotation options. And the only solidified piece in there is Cole at the top, right? And then after that, you got Sevy, major question mark. Monty, everyone loves him. I kind of still view him as like a mediocre pitcher. Sorry.
Just a
I
four or
view him as
five
like a
guy.
solid,
4 or 5.
100%. He's not like the
Three
2 that
max.
people
Three
think of him
max.
as. But then you have Tyone, huge question mark. You have Nestor, huge question mark. Luis Heel, question mark. Domingo Herman, question mark. Outside of Cole, everyone is in question. Everyone.
How
Don't
pathetic
care.
is that? How
It's
pathetic is
sad.
that?
But then again, it's also the same staff that had all question marks going into the 2021 season. Ended
And
up
we're
being like,
fantastic.
yeah, and
Yeah.
they were awesome. So
But
I'm like,
that should mean go get someone who's already good and think about how good he'll be with that staff. Like go out and
Carlos
get
Rodon.
like yeah, but he was hurt for a while before last year, wasn't he? Granted, he
Maybe.
stayed healthy all year and he was good, but like actually, I don't know if he stayed healthy all year. I think he
I
was hurt
think
for a little bit.
Rodon was good last year. Didn't he have
No,
that really good game against Monty?
he was very good last year, but I'm
Okay, he
pretty
was
sure he's
hurt in
another.
2020 and 2019.
Yeah, so he's like that's what, like he's another one of those guys where even if we sign him, it's like he has a crazy injury history, which is what we just don't.
Bro, you want to hear something crazy?
Yeah, let's hear it.
He made his debut in 2015, right?
Uh huh.
Do you want to guess how many seasons he threw 150 plus innings?
0.
1.
Besides last year.
No, he didn't even throw 150 innings last year.
Really?
Yeah, 132. Bro, the only year he
He was
threw
hurt for that long?
150 plus
Really?
was 2016.
So then I don't want him. Like I do, but like not for Cashman to be like, okay, I got my number 2 guy.
Bro, it's actually that I didn't realize that it was that rough.
That's what I was thinking.
Bro, I think people are overrating Carlos Rodon a lot. Like, I know he has really good stuff. He was an all-star last year.
When he's healthy, he's very, very good.
But yo, if you look at the large sample size, it's
We have
tough
so
to give
many
out a big
guys where
contract
it's
to.
like, oh well, he's really good, but can he stay healthy? Like that's a story of the Yankees.
No, I know.
I'm honestly
That's
scared
actually
for this
cool.
season. Like I'm honestly like I see people saying like, who's that?
Pineda?
Oh, Pineda. Oh, please no.
No.
Please no.
What were you saying?
Please no. Oh, I was saying about like I'm actually nervous for this season because we just went through the pitching staff with question marks, and remember how bad our lineup was? Like like I see people like, oh, the Yankees have like the second best World Series odds. Like how? What are you basing that off of? How?
Dude, let me like just tell you why.
We're third place team right now, by the way.
Yeah, dude, I was just gonna say, I was like, tell me why, like, I'm looking at the Yankees going into the 2022 season, especially if they don't make any more like significant moves here.
Mm-hmm.
I view them as the third
No,
maybe
they're the third.
4th team in the American League East.
It's tough because first I would say Toronto's better right now.
Bro, and that's
I
so
would definitely
sad.
say that because we were so far ahead of them when they were just building up and they just blew past us. But
Yeah.
that's another story. And then the Rays seem to get worse and worse, but it makes them better.
Bro,
So you
it's so
always got to
strange.
count on them being better than the Yankees. The
No,
Red
bro,
Sox knows.
2021 is the last year I counted out the Rays. Because dude, I don't
Never
know how
count them
they
out
were
again.
so good in 2021. Never counting them out again. Like I
Never again.
respect the hell out of them because they make do with anything. But I was thinking about this the other day, right? Remember when we basically like eliminated the Blue Jays, like to kind of end the season? Like we kind of put them in their grave. Like they had a chance in game 162, but it
Yeah,
wasn't really
it wasn't a great
possible.
chance.
Yeah. I kind of view that as the passing of the torch a little bit. Like
No, I wouldn't go that far because they're not like they're this much better than the. It's like it's close, but I think like if you look at their lineup, like I would take their lineup over ours just because like you could probably get more consistency as it stands right now.
dude, I think they're gonna give us a lot of trouble in 2022. Like
Granted,
a
losing
lot.
Robbie Ray and then replacing him with Gosman is kind of like cancels each other out for the most part
Yeah.
because they'd have to bank on Gosman being as good as Ray was, and you can't really do that. So their pitching is still a little amp, but like they still have Manoah, Ryu, like they're good, man.
I know.
Their
And like
bullpen needs some work probably, but other than that, like
no, they're a really good team,
oh,
and they
and they
really
lost
scare me.
Simeon. And they lost Simeon. I forgot about that.
They did, but they got someone else, didn't they?
No, I don't think
Or
so.
no?
Simeon's actually a major. Okay, I didn't really think of that.
Simeon's a loss, but also at the same time,
Still,
bro.
though,
Like,
I would still say it's not really so much as what Toronto's doing; it's what the Yankees are doing. Is what I'm.
or what the
That's why I'm
Yankees
saying.
aren't doing.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying they're probably going to be a third place team if they don't go out and make a giant move.
Yeah. No, I agree, 1000%. I don't know, like, dude, this is why I'm like trying not to think about it too much because it's stressing me out. Like thinking that, like,
There's also a lot of moves to be made, not pieces to be like put together.
yes,
So it's tough to really
yes,
say.
but also no matter what the moves the Yankees make, the AL East is still a very competitive division. Meanwhile, like for 3 straight seasons, the Yankees had it for the taking, and they never really took
Yep.
advantage of it.
Our
And
World
I
Series
think
window's closed. We have to start a new one.
no, I agree, and that's kind of like the part that hurts me the most, and that's why I don't like talking about it too much. Because like, yo, you look at like every year after 2018, you look at 2019, you look at 2020, and you look at 2021. The Yankees had a 3-year window where they easily could have taken the American League East every single year, and they only got it in 2019. And I think at the end of the day, if we look back on this core and they never end up winning a World Series, that's the window that we're going to be looking at. Like 2018, there was nothing they really could have done about it because the Red Sox were just
No, yeah,
absolute
they were just
units.
so much better, so much
But
better.
every year after that, I mean, and the fact that if they don't go out and like sign Correa after the lockout or whatever, or make like substantial moves to improve the team, we're gonna be looking at much of the same in 2022, like fighting for a wild card spot, and it sucks. But
I'm afraid of them. Like, if they don't make a big move, then I'm convinced they're just waiting on this new crop of young talent to
yeah,
come up,
like the
and then they'll
Volpes,
restart.
Dominguez.
And then they'll restart. But like, I want them to keep pushing because they can still win now. They have so many good pieces. You just
I
have
know,
to push it over the edge like they haven't done.
bro. This
Could
is
you
this
imagine
is.
if they did? Imagine if they did in like 2019, 2020. Imagine they did actually get the pieces that they should have.
I feel like they just got very complacent with this core. I'm not saying the core is over, but like I think 2022 is the last year of it.
Yeah, I don't blame them for running out the team they did in 2021 because they just underperformed like no one's business. It wasn't
Yeah.
supposed to be like that. But I will completely blame them if they run it back again.
No, I agree, 1000%.
No more excuses.
If we're kind of like getting off topic a little bit here, can I
That's
address
what we do.
something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Bro, why didn't it snow today? Like, I know it snowed, but like, bro, they were hyping it up like, yo, 3 inches of snow. Bro, there was not a single like flurry of snow on the ground when I walked out of my house this morning.
I went to class at like maybe like 10 o'clock and it was just like wet snow. Like I was just getting rained
Oh,
on
on the
basically.
ground?
No, I was just getting rained on. It
Oh,
wasn't
but there was
sticky.
nothing on the ground.
No, it was just wet.
Bro, like I
I
know
thought I was
there
gonna
were gonna
wake
be
up to
like
a nice like snowstorm, no
no,
school.
same. And
Didn't
bro,
happen.
everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, Pat, you're such a jinx." This winter has been so good. Like last winter, bro, we got like a snowstorm every week. I think it snowed maybe once this entire winter so far, and it's the end of January.
It did snow only once, at least where I
Bro,
live.
do you
It was
remember
only like
last
one
year?
actual time. Like
Bro,
for
last year we
some
had a
reason,
snowstorm every weekend, bro.
yeah, no, we did. We did have a lot of snow. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And
I'm
now
not complaining though.
I'm a big fan.
I don't like this. Like, I don't like having to walk to school in the snow. I just don't. If I'm inside, not going anywhere, don't care. I love the snow. But if I
No,
have
I
to
still
go
don't like
somewhere,
it
why though? Like,
because I want
it's
to be able
pretty
to
to
do
look at.
things, bro. I want to do things.
What
And
do you
then
do,
like
Pat? What do you do?
I
What do you
want to
want to
walk
do?
outside. No, let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing right now. I got dressed for stream, right, bro? I put my clothes on, and usually
Like
when
right
I'm just
now?
like, yeah,
Like
like right
tonight?
now,
Okay.
yeah. Usually, like when I'm just chilling around my house, like I wear like sweatpants, right?
Yeah, of
Just because
course.
it's cold, it's winter,
That's
it's
what I'm wearing.
whatever. But bro, when I stream, I wear shorts because I get myself so heated and I sweat so much. So I'm like, yo, I have t-shirts on and
Like, okay. Like,
I, I have
oh
t-shirt
gosh.
on and shorts. And I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, I miss when I used to be able to go outside like this, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
I
when I
I
go
don't know if
outside, I
I
got like 10 layers of clothes on.
No, you got to, you know what you have to invest in? A North Face jacket. Like a heavy duty, like,
I don't
dude,
like jackets.
you all you no, dude, I promise you, all you have to do, you can wear a t-shirt under it. You don't feel any cold on your body.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
It's the greatest purchase I've ever made.
Yeah, but here's the thing,
Because I'm
right?
like you, I don't like wearing layers.
Yeah, but I like to be fashionable. And I think to be
It is
fashionable, you need
fashionable.
layers. No, I
It
think
is
you need
fashionable.
layers. Bro, like look. The flannel you have on right now, if you had a hoodie on underneath that, you're warm and you got fashion going on.
Dude, I got one built in. I got literally have a flannel jacket that has like a hoodie like attached to it. It's awesome. I'm
You
just
got that
saying, like,
H&M.
no, it's not H&M. No, I don't
H&M's
remember where I
famous
got
for
that.
that. Famous for
No,
that.
I used to like H&M a little bit, but then like, dude, like, I haven't bought a pair of clothes for
Bro, I
like
used to like
years.
H&M too. I like
It used to
H&M
be
is
quality clothes for like $10.
bro, I'll tell you what.
Now it
What
sucks.
pisses me off. I'm gonna give a little shout out here, bro. I went to eight. This was I don't know, maybe like a couple months ago. I went to the mall because I wanted to buy like I need pants for the winter, right, bro? Like I guess like cargo pants. So I go to H&M, bro. The most garbage quality cargo pants I've
Yeah,
ever seen in my life. You know Cotton On.
no,
I
there were
think it's
cotton pants.
no,
Oh,
no. This store
That's-
is called Cotton On. Bro, I went there. The
oh,
pants were so much better quality, and they were like the same price. H&M, step up your game, bro, because I
no, they
get the
went
prices are
downhill,
cheap,
man.
bro.
They
The
went
quality is
downhill.
trash.
They used to not be like that though. It used to be like the only thing that used to bother me about H&M is you'd find like a really nice sweatshirt or a really nice shirt. You turn it around and there's a stupid design on it. That used to be
Bro,
my
bro,
that used to be my problem with H&M. Now
bro.
they just
No,
suck.
no, no. Or you find like a really cool hoodie, right? Has like a nice like tie-dye blue design on it. I'm like, oh hell yeah. Take it off the shelf. I look at the front. It says like Savage on it. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like
that's what
what?
like they ruin it. That's why I stopped shopping there in the first place. And then I went back there not too long ago. Like, oh, let me just check it out. Terrible,
Bro, but whose
terrible.
idea is that? Like, who's sitting in the boardroom? Like, yo, we should do like a fake Supreme hoodie, but have it say Savage. Like,
You know
what?
who's worse than H&M?
Forever 21.
My gosh, every time I step foot in that store, I want to
Forever
vomit.
21.
Yes, I want to vomit every time I go in there.
Yeah, it's rough.
The dumbest looking clothes I have ever. They have some nice things. Like you can find some good stuff, but like
No,
the stuff they put on the rack, man. Like who buys this?
dude, I think that's why I started making my own clothes because I was like, yo, I can't do any of this. Or
That's
you'll
why I
like
just
go to
buy
like
bland stuff,
no,
sports
literally,
stuff.
bro. Or you'll go to like Urban Outfitters where they have like really cool like graphic tees, bro. Graphic tee like is like $40.
Yeah,
Like, what are you doing,
yeah.
bro? Like,
There's
what are you
no
doing?
you can't find like a happy medium. You can't find a good
No.
design and good quality for a good price. It's just not. Which sounds stupid, but like a t-shirt shouldn't be $40.
You know who's starting his own clothing brand?
Oh,
Clint Frazier. That was a really nice segue. I gotta
that
give
actually
him
was a
credit
yeah.
back. Um,
It's gonna be a good
speaking
brand though
of,
because he has some good fashion.
yeah, I know. Speaking of Clint Frazier, I don't think we've talked about like the Clint Frazier saga, right? I mean, everyone knows my
Kind
take
of
on it,
just
so
over it. I'm
I'm
kind
not
of
gonna
just
give my
over
take.
it. Like it's
I
just
want to know how
whatever.
you feel about him though. Like, I want to know like because bro, everyone has like input as far as like, yo, I hate Clint Frazier. Yo, I love
Yeah,
Clint Frazier. Where you stand on it?
if you hate him, I think that's a very shallow opinion because I don't think he's in his entire tenure with the Yankees. I don't think he did one wrong thing besides his saga of not being able to catch a fly ball.
Yeah.
Like if you hate him because of that, well, first of all, he got a little bit. I mean, his defense is still pretty bad, even like his diving plays. Like half of them shouldn't be diving plays, but Like, he's a good baseball player, but like this just never worked for him.
Yeah, and I
So
don't think it's his fault.
no, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like, you know what? Like, I still love Clint. I'll still root for him. Like, I hope he does really well in Chicago. Like, I love the guy still. He just
Yeah,
wasn't good for us.
yeah.
No
No,
problems
no.
with I love Clint as a person. I think he's a great guy. He's the kind of
Yeah.
personality that baseball needs.
Yeah, and that they should be marketing a lot more. But like,
Yes.
I
But no,
look
he
at
gets
Clint
shot down and
Frazier,
called a diva because he actually expresses his personality.
bro. It's the worst, and like that's why I look at like how the Yankees fans like treated Clint Frazier the same way they kind of treat Gary Sanchez. Like, bro, Yankee fans call Gary Sanchez fat and lazy.
I hate that. I
Bro,
hate that
that is
take.
like it is the worst thing that I could ever hear in my life.
That's a lazy
One,
take.
bro,
First of all, that's a
one,
lazy
Gary
take.
Sanchez is not fat at all. Like,
No.
bro, like Gary Sanchez is a Major League Baseball player. Like, we're not talking about like an NFL like linebacker, bro. Like, this dude's actually like he's in shape. I would say Gary Sanchez is in shape.
And he
To
works
say
his ass
he's
off.
yeah, to say that he's lazy for like some of the plays we see on the field, sure. But like, bro, people throwing out the fat comment, like, actually, what is wrong with you? Like, look in the mirror, get some help. Like, that's the only thing I could say to you people. You
It's
absolute
just
psychopaths.
that's just when they don't like the player, so they just start like
It's lazy. It's
their only
lazy.
defense is like, oh, he's fat.
But that's why it's ironic. Yo,
Like,
actually, I don't. This is something that I don't think I touched on stream. And I'm really excited to talk about it with you, Sean. I'm really
oh,
excited.
thank you.
So
I'm
I
trying
was
my best.
watching. I've kind of gotten into football lately. I think the chat should
Oh,
know
good
this
for
by
you. It's
now.
a great sport. Great
Yeah,
sport.
it's solid sport,
Never
decent
dies. Never
sport,
dies.
and also I like it how I don't have like a specific team I'm rooting for. Right? I have like
Ooh,
teams
yeah, you don't
that
want to be a
I don't.
Giants fan. No,
I don't have a team, but I'll have teams that I will root for like each week, if that makes sense.
no,
Like
that's fair.
I'll pick a
That's
team
fair.
per game. I'll be like,
That's
okay, I
fair.
want this team to win. By the way, Super Bowl, like, dude, first of all, I don't know if this is just like a very casual football take here,
Let's
but
see.
next week is the NFC AFC championship games, right?
No, no. This coming weekend is the divisional round, and then the
Yeah,
next week
next
is.
week.
Oh, okay. So okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Am I the only person who's like heavily rooting for like a Packers Buccaneers like conference championship? Like,
Yeah,
isn't that
I
like
mean
what everyone wants?
that's what it was last season.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I'm
I didn't even watch it last year.
pretty sure. Unless I'm
Like, bro, I
mixing up,
feel like that's
they
like
did
game of the
play, but I'm
century.
pretty sure it was in. Pretty sure it was in the. Maybe that was in the divisional round, actually.
But either way, that's not even my point here. My point
Yeah.
here
But
is
anyway.
that I was watching a game. I think it was on Saturday, Sunday, maybe I don't know.
Mhm.
And I checked out the Manning cast. Checked out the Manning cast because I was
It's
like,
funny.
okay, like everyone's talking about this, whatever. I have to admit, not that impressed. It's not like my cup of tea. It's not something I'd like sit down and watch. It felt like a watch party,
That's what it is.
kind of.
That's like
Yeah,
that's no, like my take on that is I think both of them together is fantastic, but I think the way they do it where they're like us right now, like they live stream it like we do. So like it's
yeah,
like a little choppy, it doesn't flow, but if they were sitting next to each other, it'd be
I
fantastic.
agree. But also, like, kind of where I'm going with that is that, like, I could see why football fans enjoy that. I could see why
Because
football,
they're
like,
funny. They
yeah,
know they know the
and
sport.
they're
Yeah.
brothers. They have chemistry. It's interesting, whatever. But the fact that because also the main reason I checked it out is because A Rod and Michael K are going to be doing a Manning cast type thing for baseball games, and I was like, all right, well, I don't. I thought they were just going to be like announcing the game. That's what I thought it was going to be. But seeing what the format's going to be like, this is probably the worst idea in the history of Major League Baseball. And like my mind was kind of like thinking, I was like, well, if MLB wanted to do something similar to like the Manning cast for baseball, like what could they have done? Bro, how did they blow the opportunity on this? Alex Rodriguez, David Ortiz. Like, how did they drop the ball on that? That would have been the best possible scenario that ever could have happened. But to do A-Rod and Michael K, first of
Yeah,
all,
why Michael K? I don't mind A-Rod. I like listening to A-Rod. I don't know how people don't, but like, why Michael K?
bro, it's so weird because like especially like if you're doing like one of these unique broadcasts to kind of like grow your audience and maybe engage like a different type of audience, maybe younger, I don't think anyone outside of New York or if you're a Yankee fan is interested in hearing Michael K and A-Rod doing like a watch party. If you do A-Rod and David Ortiz, you're going to get even the most casual of casual baseball fan
No, you're
popping
right.
in there. And
You're
also,
100%
bro,
right.
the reason why I assumed that it was going to be like there was going to be an announcing aspect to it is because they chose Michael K. What does Michael K know about like just chilling, sitting back and watching a baseball game? Like, what about that's going to be entertaining?
I think the reason why they picked him is because his show like center stage, like the whole like a big part of Manning Cast is getting big guests to come on, which is honestly my biggest complaint because I'd rather just listen to them talk about the game. I
Yeah.
think the guests take away from it, but I think that's what they're going to try to go for. But they're going to go strictly like podcast kind of interview with a baseball game in the background instead of them talking about the baseball game and then having a guest on. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm
But
not
I just
going to
don't think
watch
I
it.
don't. I don't know. I'm gonna watch it so I could just see like what happens. But like, I don't know. I don't know. I
It
don't like
bothers
it.
me.
I think it's
I
dumb.
mean,
I didn't even think of Big Poppy. That's genius.
no, bro. I think that would kind of be the perfect scenario. And even if you didn't want to go Big Poppy, go like Pedro Martinez, bro. Like just something that's like
Someone that
so
played the sport.
intriguing. Yeah, not only someone who played the sport, but someone who could just provide some sort of entertainment value and also engage like an entirely different fan base. Because if you get like A-Rod and another like former like great, even if you want to do like a Nomar Garcia Parra, bro, I don't know, but just someone who kind of could, or like Ken Griffey Jr., I don't know, someone who can engage like fan bases all around the country rather than just targeting New York, because no one outside of New York cares about Michael K, nor do they want to listen to him. I don't know, bro. It like the whole
Bro,
thing's just strange to me.
you make a good point because like even half the Yankee fan base hates A-Rod. So
No,
like they don't care
or they
themselves.
hate K,
So imagine how people outside this market, they don't care. They probably
or
hate A-Rod as much, even more than some Yankee fans do.
bro, or you could have had like A-Rod and Matty V just do it like that, like you know what I mean? If you want to change the
Yeah, but
Sunday
didn't
Night
he get
Baseball
taken?
crew,
Is it still ESPN? It's still ESPN though, right?
the Manning cast thing,
Yeah, like it's still
yeah,
ESPN.
I think it's on ESPN 2 or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, so that they could have done Matty V then, right? Because Matty V still
Um,
does Sunday night. No,
no, I think they took him off.
took him off too. Who is
Yeah, I
it?
think
Cone.
so.
Oh yeah, it's Cone, Ravitch, and Eduardo Perez, right?
Which is okay. I mean, I don't hate it. I really like. I'm a big fan of Matty V. So like,
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm gonna miss him, but
Do you watch UFC?
I do.
All right. Well,
Like
Wardy,
I would call myself a casual.
same up until this offseason. We're gonna get into that. Yo, shout out to Wardy with the $5 dono. Wardy is an absolute legend. He does Mets content. Still fire. Just saying. He says Ngannou versus Gagne. I think it's Gagne. It's
Gane.
tough to pronounce.
It's
Who you
French.
got, Sean? Who do you got? I think it's on Saturday.
It is on Saturday. Personally, I'm taking Ngannou,
Same.
but Gane's a great fighter.
Yeah.
He's a
No, I agree.
really good fighter. So like it could, I don't know. I want Ngannou to win, but like I don't know enough about the sport to really give you a breakdown. So I'll just
No,
go
yeah.
with who I want to win.
I'd go Ngannou too. Like only because like, dude, like we said, like we're both kind of casuals. But
Oh,
since the
100%.
offseason came around and like the lockouts happening, I've gotten myself into two sports heavily. Football and UFC.
Oh, good for
like,
you. That's what you
bro,
should do. Yeah.
heavily, dude. Like I'm kind of like I was talking with Wardy like last night. Like, dude, I'm watching like all these like UFC documentaries and stuff. Like I'm trying to like get myself like immersed in the sport, like learning about the fighters and stuff. It's a cool ass
It's a
sport, especially like
yeah, dude.
bro, once you learn about like all the backstories and all the hype to all the fights and stuff, I'm a huge fan of it, bro.
You don't realize how boring baseball is until you dive into other sports.
Yeah, like all the personalities. Like I love sports where like the athletes have personalities, and I don't
That's why
think
UFC is great. Yeah.
obviously there's problems in the UFC as far as like fighter pay goes and
Well, yeah,
whatnot.
that's different.
But like, bro, when you look at personalities like Sean O'Malley, like, dude, like it's unreal to see like the potential that organization / sport has. I was even talking with Wardy, like, bro, maybe we'll do some UFC content on the channel. Like, imagine doing like watch parties for like the pay-per-views. That's
Oh,
fun.
that'd be kind of crazy. Yeah,
That'd be fun, bro. Like,
it would be
it's
kind of
not
crazy.
like it's not like a World Series watch party. I don't even know how many people would be in here. But like, dude, it would just be like
Well, if you
something
bought the
fun to
fight and
kinda, like,
streamed it, there'd be a lot of people in here watching it.
well, I wouldn't be able to stream it.
Yeah, it's true.
I
It'd be
mean, maybe
illegal.
if I
No, you
could wear
definitely
like
couldn't.
reflective glasses,
No,
you know
you
what I mean? Joey and
great
Nelly
sport, though.
V says
Great
A Rod and Poppy would have been dope, bro. Where's my job, ESPN? Where's my job? Because I
Nah, you
literally could have
use
had that
logic.
whole thing.
You can't work for ESPN if you're smart.
Maybe they tried. They couldn't get a contract with Big Poppy, like because Big Poppy's
I
with
feel like that
Fox,
would
and
have.
so was
I
A
feel like that
Rod.
would have came out though. But that
What?
would have been leaked if like they tried to get someone else and it didn't. You
Yeah,
know?
I'm kind of pissed off. I'm super pissed off.
Like why Michael K? And I didn't really think about it until you just like broke it down for me. Like why Michael K?
No, it
What
doesn't.
I
make
want
sense.
I want to hear whoever made that decision explain yourself.
Well, because isn't Michael K on ESPN? Isn't that what
Yeah.
his show's on?
Yeah. But who
Well,
cares?
there it is,
Who
bro.
cares though? It's like Michael K's like I like him. Like I'll listen to the Yankee games with him. Like it's nostalgic. That's the only reason why I like listening to him because like that's been the voice of the Yankees throughout my entire life. But like I don't need more of him.
Yeah. No, I get
Like
it.
he's even starting to get terrible. I'm starting to not like him.
No, and this is my thing, right? I'm not trying to piss off Michael K here.
I mean,
But
like I feel bad because I still do like Michael K, but it's just like they've better options. I should
no,
say.
but this is what bothers me. It's like rather than like kind of like looking around to see like what announcers or like former players out there who are getting into like analysis that maybe deserve kind of a step up and kind of have been improving in their craft,
Yeah. Hmm.
rather than giving them the spot, you kind of take Michael K, who I hate to say it, he's kind of on the decline in his career. He's way past his
He
peak.
is. No,
And
he
giving
is.
him the opportunity with A-Rod, that's a little bit strange to me.
I
I don't
don't
know.
think
Oh,
this
bro,
lasts more than a year.
maybe like a Nick Swisher. Like, bro, just someone fun on there. Not an announcer. Bro, throwing an announcer on a Manning cast doesn't make sense.
It
I'm pissing
defeats
myself
it
off.
defeats the
It defeats the
entire
purpose.
purpose. The whole point of the Manning cast was supposed to get two all-time greats and their football knowledge, and they're both widely known as good personalities off the field. Like they're very funny. Put them together. They're already brothers. They got the chemistry. Like it's genius. And then
I'm sad.
here comes baseball trying to replicate it with Michael K and Alex Rod. Like no.
I wonder
First
who
of all,
made that
baseball's a
decision.
boring enough sport to watch. Just watching it. You think people are gonna pay attention to people talking about? Like no, it's not gonna work.
Do you think K's gonna like call the home runs?
Like I hope he doesn't get too into it like that because it's
No, I
not what
think
it's
he
really
is.
supposed to be. Like I can't even imagine it in my head right now. What are they gonna do for 9 innings for 4 hours sitting
That's
there?
gonna be so awkward. Like K's gonna be like sitting in his living room because they do it from like home, right?
If they do it in a studio together,
I
then
don't
they're
think they
basically just
will.
announcing the game. Then like it just no, they definitely won't. He'll do it in like his little basement like setup or whatever. But
Bro, the more I think about it, the weirder it is. Like he's actually gonna be like calling the home run. Like I have no doubt in my mind. Because what are they gonna do when like someone like
mm,
launches one?
if he sits there and has his whole Sia thing going on a Manning cast, then you have the wrong person doing it. Like you just have the wrong person. Like they're not supposed to do that. You can announce a game, you could commentate on it, obviously, like important stuff, but like football, like stuff happens like that. Like they'll never have a dead spot throughout the whole game. You'll always be able to talk about formations. And like if you listen to like the Manicast, like they break down like play, like all that kind. You can't do that in baseball. And maybe
No.
A-Rod can do a little bit of hitting analysis, but like he's gonna do
Dude,
that for
everyone
9
makes
innings.
fun of him for it, bro.
Exactly, like he's gonna do that for 9 innings. Like no.
And also, like, whenever A-Rod would say like something stupid on ESPN, you'd always have like Matty V to kind of like counteract it. You know what I mean? Like, bro, what is K gonna do? Do
K's
him and
gonna
A-Rod have like a nice relationship?
I would assume so, but it also might be like a all-time Yankee great, Yankee announcer. Let's just throw them together. Let's see what happens. Like I don't think this is gonna last. I'd be shocked if it worked out.
It'll last the season.
It has to, yeah. But like
Yeah,
after
'cause
that, though, I don't think
no,
like Manningcast is 100% getting like a contract.
no,
They're
yeah.
gonna come back
Dude, there's no doubt in my mind though that this is the only season they're doing it. At least with A-Rod and K. No
unless
doubt.
they
This is the only
blow us away somehow unexpectedly. But like
They won't.
every scenario in my head right now, I'm just thinking about like what they could be talking about. Like it's just not gonna work.
Bro, we should. Oh, I can't even do a watch party for that game because then I won't be able to hear it. But whenever they do it, I'm gonna watch it, hop on stream after, give like a critical review of like
No,
everything
we
they
should.
talk about.
I'm gonna feel bad for A-Rod though because I don't want Michael K to pull him down from like A-Rod's he has a good personality. Like he could pull
Yeah.
it off with a good counterpart. I don't
A-Rod
want
could do
him
it
to.
solo if he needed to.
I don't want him to get dragged down and grouped together with like, oh, he should never be able to do that again, even though it wasn't his fault.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed off. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything else on your mind? Anything else you want to let off
I'm
your
good.
chest?
Honestly, all those things weren't even on my mind, and they got me heated. So I don't want to talk about things on my mind. So I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, listen, chat, for all you guys who know us out there, we go into this every single time we go
Free
live.
balling it.
No plan, bro. Like literally no plan. The only thing that we're gonna talk about tonight, Luke Voit. There we go. We're talking about snow. We're talking about H&M. We're talking about flannels. Let's go, chat. Get me hype.
I kind of
wanna
love how that
celebrate a
just
Yankees
happens.
win, bro.
I kind of love how that just happens.
I am so upset, like just thinking if like the season doesn't start on time, like I miss the watch parties, I miss the pre-games, I miss the post-games, bro. I miss baseball. But
I can
also at
live
the
with
same
no
time,
baseball right now because there's football. But when there's no football,
yes. Bro,
nothing.
yes.
No, that's just
And
literally gonna be UFC every other month.
especially like when it's like spring and like warm weather out, I'm gonna miss baseball heavily, bro. But like as of right now, I hate to say it, I'm kind of chilling without it.
Because at the same time, like if I'm being honest, like I care about free agents and trades and stuff like that. But like during this time, I don't care about baseball. I care about football anyway.
Yeah.
So there's really no difference, right? I'm not really gonna miss baseball until after the Super Bowl, and I'm like, okay, well, like now there's nothing.
Yeah. No, yeah. Before we do wrap things up, I want to pull up one comment. Jose says, please take this channel, Sean. I can't stand this guy. He's getting too hairy. All right.
I'm not
Well,
quite as hairy as he is.
With that being said, it's gonna wrap things up for tonight. This was Sean's first live, and
I want to check to see how long. I really want to. I can't remember.
How would you even find it?
I don't think I went live in this room. We recorded video. I know that, but I don't think I ever went live in here.
And it's funny because I think the last video we recorded was about Luke Voit. I'm almost positive.
Was it really?
It was probably like October.
No, I think you're right. I think you're actually
maybe
right.
September. Yeah. I don't know. But chat, you guys know the deal here. Until the lockout ends, I'm going to be going live 2 times a week, every Monday night, every Thursday night. I'm here for you guys. I'm here, bro. Literally, just call me Superman because I'm manning your super.
Sure. No. You were having a good night right up until there. You ruined it. You literally ruined it.
Why didn't the skeleton go to the prom? He had no body to go with. We ended it off on a good note. Chat, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more. I will see you guys on Monday. Maybe we'll have another guest. Maybe we won't. Maybe it'll be solo Pat. I don't know. Be sure to join the Discord. Top of the pin comment in the chat. You guys know the deal. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Stay safe. See you next time. Peace.